Welcome to the Dog Pound. I'm your host, Guerschuny, here with superstar athlete Teddy Shuman. Teddy, welcome to our show.
Thanks for having me, Cam. It's a pleasure to be here.
So first, tell us about how your hockey career started.
My hockey career started, I was like 3 or 4, laced them up, went out to learn to skate at Ponky, the old rink, and yeah, just went up the ladder and played every level up to high school, and now here we are.
So tell us about why you love hockey so much.
It's something I can just put my mind to. Takes my mind off anything else going on in my life. It's just something I can really lock in on, and love to play it, love playing, love the team. It's a great morale around the team, and yeah, it's awesome.
How are ways that you get up your morale for the team?
You just want good. You want good energy. You want good, positive attitude around the locker room, and yeah.
So tell us about some of your favorite moments with hockey. Describe your favorite one.
Well, starting at a young age, we always were winning state championships. I think our squirt year, we won our first championship. It was my first year of squirts. We played at Marlboro, and we beat Arlington in the finals, 1-0. It was a great game. Then we went on to the regionals and won that too. Travis Thomas shootout goal to win it. Yeah, it was a great game.
Oh, where was regionals?
It was in Springfield, Rhode Island.
Jeez, it's far away.
Yeah, it was awesome though. We stayed over in the hotel. It was a great time playing mini hockey in the halls, getting yelled at by the parents and the workers at the hotel. Yeah, it was awesome.
Who are some of your favorite players you've played with?
Played with Travis my whole life. Great player, great kid. I've played with Grady Carr, Liam Conley, all of them. Grew up playing with them since I was 5 or 6. Up until high school. It's awesome. I love playing with them.
Do you have a favorite memory with all those players at some point?
Definitely winning the state championship my freshman year. We were at the Garden. TD Garden. It was just beat Hopkinton. It was one of the best moments of my life. I mean, just holding up the trophy in front of the whole student section. The whole town's there supporting you. You go home. Everybody's at the dinner after, and you have the trophy. You have your medals. Everybody's there. It's awesome. It was a great feeling.
What was your favorite moment from the Garden? Was it before? Was it on the ice after?
The whole experience. The girls played before us at 9. We had the 11 o'clock game. We got there at 8:45. Watched their whole game. Just sitting on down below where all the Bruins players are, looking at the Bruins locker room. Just getting ready to warming up there. It's all awesome. And obviously hitting the ice. The lights were brighter than any other rink I've ever played in. And whole game, first period, we were down, we were struggling to score, had some great opportunities but couldn't finish. And then came out in the second, still 10 minutes in, we couldn't find the net, but and then we tied it up with 2 minutes left, and then scored another one to go in the locker room before the third period. It was 2-1, and then just took it to them in the third, went up 4-1, and then that was the game. And then celebrating after with the trophy, going to the student section again. It was awesome.
In between periods, what was your coaches saying to you guys?
He was just saying trust the process. I mean, we were down because we knew we were out shooting them by 20 shots. We couldn't score, but he was just saying stick to it, play our game, don't try and get too fancy, just keep moving the puck, and then we stuck to it, and we ended up winning that one.
It's good. Tell us about your upcoming season and your chances of winning another state title.
You don't want to focus down the road too much, but we got 4 good offensive lines that can go. Defensively, we have some work to do, but we'll practice and we'll get ready. We should be all right all around, and we're excited to see what happens.
What are some of your key factors of your team?
I feel like we want to focus on defense. We're a defensive program, and when our defense is good and we're playing defensive zone out, that's when we're winning. That's when we're succeeding.
Describe some ways you practice your defense in practice.
Just drills, defensive drills, transition from offense to defense quickly, making sure we shut down other teams' offenses, and getting going the other way. That's how we win.
Describe how having your dad as your coach on the varsity hockey team affects you while playing.
I feel like definitely it's tough, but in some ways it affects me in good ways because it motivates me to get better. And you don't want to be that. You want to be that. After bad games, people will be like, "Oh yeah, you're on the team because your dad." I'm like, "Yeah, but It just motivates me to be better every day and pushes me every practice. Definitely harder on me than other people, but yeah, it is what it is. Got to deal with it.
Is there like a specific like time in your career where he was harder on you than wasn't?
There's one game, it was the Archbishop Williams game my freshman year. I was out there for the last shift. We were down. It was a tough game. We did not play well. A couple penalties, but went out there in the last shift, started a little brawl, and he grabbed me by the shirt at center ice and just ripped into me in front of everybody. But yeah, it is what it is.
Did you guys end up winning that game?
We did not. We lost to that was a tough one. They were good that year too. We had them the whole game. Then we just fell apart in the third period. I think we let 4 goals in the third period. Did not play well. I think got benched that game, but it was a tough one.
How was your bounce back from that?
It was good. We came out, I think, 2 games later, beat Franklin at home. Another great moment of my career, beating Franklin. But yeah, it was what it was.
Do you ever get overwhelmed from the pressure of the sport? Why or why not?
Definitely do. I mean, there are times times throughout the season where your confidence is down, but I feel like the people who can get through that are the ones who can succeed. And yeah, you just gotta put it aside, do your best, focus next play, next game, next shift, whatever you can do to put that stress aside and just move on.
How are some ways do you deal with like the pressure from the game?
It usually just comes pre-game. It's usually where you gotta lock in. When you're mentally locked in and mentally ready to go, that's when you play your best. And I usually just take time, visualize the game before I step out there, get warmed up, stretch, and that's really where I can let all the stress go and just focus on my game and focus on how the team play.
Do you think having mental toughness is a big factor for you?
Yeah. You need to have mental toughness, and the games where you're focusing on past bad plays you made and not focusing on the next play, the games you tend to play bad and tend to hurt your team. But if you can have that next play mentality and focus on what's coming next rather than looking at past plays you made, then you'll be good and you'll play a good game.
Looking back on all the games you've played, is there like a certain time where you had mental toughness or you didn't have mental toughness and that really affected your team?
I think the game against Milton this year, I think we tied, but it was all game. We were just battling the whole team, not just me. We had to face adversity. We went down, but their studio was just ruthless too. They were chirping everybody in our team, coming at us, but it was in their rink too. We knew we were the better team. We did not play well, but I feel like the whole team, we persevered. We got through it. In overtime, we had some chances. I hit the crossbar with like 8 seconds left. That was tough, but yeah, we battled back for a tie against them. Tough tie, but definitely helped us later in the season, motivated us to get better.
Does playing other teams like home like rank instead of Ponky, does it like a whole different game?
Yeah. There's definitely some ranks like Franklin. Obviously, they're a big rival. Going into their rank, their student section's right on top of you. They won't hold back too. They'll just say whatever they want. But Ponky, everybody's right up on the glass. They're all rooting for you. They're all there for you. But yeah, definitely Ponky's our home. Ponky's our home, and when everybody's there, the whole town's there cheering us on. It's definitely a great feeling, and it definitely helps us play better in games.
Is there like a specific rank that like is once you go in there it's gonna be a battle?
Yeah, the Franklin rink, it's right on their campus, so everybody comes to those. That's circled on everybody's calendar at the start of the year. Everybody loves coming out to those games, but it's just a battle the whole game. I mean, if you want to stay out of the box, because if you're in the box, the whole student section's right there. They're banging on the glass. But yeah, it's circled the whole rink all the way around. People are against the glass in the stands. Usually a night game. This year we got them Sunday night, so not much to be going on. Everybody's gonna be there, so it's gonna be exciting.
Mm-hmm. Describe your game day routine for success. Give us a walkthrough of your day.
So in the morning, usually have film around 11, I think, but I'll probably get there at 8. There's some stuff going on before film. We got bear cubs and stuff. It's like a skate before. We go out and coach the little kids, learn to skate. That's at usually like 9 o'clock. So we'll skate for the bear cubs for an hour. We'll go to learn to skate from 9 to 11, and then right upstairs to film, pregame film. We'll go through the lineup. We'll go through the team, watch their forecheck, watch their game, and then we'll get ready to go home. Usually take a nap. We'll get Muffin House before I go home. It's always a great trip. And then I'll go home, take a nap depending on the time the game is. If it's a night game, I'll usually take a longer nap. Maybe play some Xbox, and then go to the bus or go to the rink and get stretched, usually 2 hours before the game, hour and a half before the game.
Oh, does having film before the game help you become mentally tough or
Yeah,
physically tough as well?
yeah. Having film, I mean, it's like you don't remember all the film you watch, but certain parts of the game you remember. Like, oh, we watched this in film. We'll know what they're gonna do if it's a face-off play, if it's their power play, whatever it is. Just really good to have that uh, next step on them because we know we're one of the few teams that really do film. We take film seriously, so we already have that next step on the other teams we're playing. So it's great to know that.
Has there ever been a time that you have like not used the film and it's can to like bite you?
No, we watch film before every game, no matter who it is. If it's one of the lower teams or it's one of the best, it's one of the worst teams or one of the best teams we'll play. We'll watch film no matter what. Watch their key players, what they'll do. If they have speed, we'll make sure. We always have them circled, their best players, no matter who they are. We'll always know where they are on the ice, know who they are, and make sure to account for them at all times.
Uh, explain how you find ways to bond with your teammates on your ice.
Usually, on the ice or just in
Well,
general?
in general, all of it.
On the ice, we'll usually just, after practice, we'll always come together, break it down, have a talk, no matter what, and then after, you just go out to eat, Chipotle or something else. Team dinners are awesome too. We usually just go to somebody's house, we'll eat, and then maybe go in the basement, play some mini hockey, sit there, play some NHL or something. It's a great way to bond.
Who on the team has the best team dinners?
Ooh, I don't know. I think you go with Connor Gagan. He's got a great basement. You got a great setup there for mini hockey, NHL. And you got some ping pong too. Some great ping pong games down there. Usually spend a couple hours at that one.
If you're like at a team dinner, what are you looking for? What are you trying to put on your plate?
Oh, the chicken broccoli and ziti is always a go-to. You need that wherever it is. Sometimes we get catered Chipotle. That's always one of my favorites. But mac and cheese, chicken broccoli and ziti, maybe some salad. Get the greens in before the game. But yeah,
Do you have your own? Do you have like team dinners every year?
yeah. We usually have one at my house, but my house is kind of weird. We got a lot of tables set up, so teams kind of separated. But we usually get some. It's usually a team choice for mine, so we'll go whatever the team wants. Maybe get some garlic bread in there too. It's always a great time.
What's the main course meal for it?
Main course meal? Oh, it changes every year. I think last year we had bolognese, which is pasta and meat sauce, and then we had some buff chick dip. It's always a favorite at my house, but everybody, yeah, it's a great time. Play some mini hockey too after always.
Tell us about how you felt with the previous season and how you feel going forward. You're gonna
I
build
mean,
off
yeah,
of.
last year was a heartbreaker, but losing those seniors, we had a great run with those seniors. Though we were obviously they were a big part of us winning at the Garden, and losing them though is definitely sad and definitely will hurt us. But we can learn from it. Definitely, we will never take another team, never take them for granted, and we'll always play. No matter who it is, we'll always play our best game and take them serious.
At that last game, did you ever when you lost that game? What was the going through your head? What was that feeling?
Uh, I mean, I was just sad to lose the seniors. They were some of our best friends, some of our best players, but I knew we'd be back. I knew I had 2 years left, and yeah, just gonna use it as fuel for this year and get better every day, every game.
What seniors Has there been a senior that has took you under their wing and made you the player you've been?
I feel like all of them. They're all great. Matt Anderson, Brendan Torgy, Brian Middleton, Colin Blake. They're all awesome. They all took me under their wing, showed me what Canton hockey was about. Yeah, they're a big part to where I am today.
How much does it mean to wear the C on your chest? How much does it mean for you?
Oh, it means a lot. I mean, you're representing your team wherever you go. No matter you have a sweatshirt on, you have a little C on your pants. People are like, oh, that's Canton hockey. You got to represent it well. You got to know that the eyes are always on you. Everybody's watching you. They'll always report back to people. Say what you're doing good, say what you're doing bad, but you always got to know people are watching.
Is there certain ways that you have to represent?
I mean, yeah, it's big parts just with the youth hockey guys. You got to you always got to be good to them. Go to learn the skates, teach them, because they're the next guys up. They're the future of the team. So you always got to be good to them.
Is representing the program what it's all about?
Yeah, definitely. On the ice or off the ice, in school, wherever it is, you gotta you gotta know that everybody's there for you. Some people are there, but other people also from other towns want to catch you when you're down and call you out on things you're not doing right.
What's the main way that if someone's talking down, how do you back it up?
You don't really back it up. You just gotta go out there. You gotta block them out. You gotta go out there and just play play, do the right thing every day. No matter what, if you have a bad day, you do something wrong, you just go out there the next day and be better. Always, if it's on the ice or off the ice or it's in school, it should always be better the next day.
Sounds like a good. Thank you, Teddy, for this great show. And Canton Community Television, I'm Guerschuny. Thanks for watching.
Our crew today is Jack Cooper as producer, Travis Thomas as talent wrangler, Shane Harney as script supervisor, Brendan Mann as studio display, Brooke Perlman as audio technician, Ife Ajanaku as tech director, Angel Assad as show evaluator, Ben Secord as character gen, Gavin O'Toole as set photographer, Noah Lorenko as camera person 1, Isaiah Zavetti as camera person 2, Brooke Hickey as camera person 3, Naomi Falk as PA and Slate, Kai Nunn as floor manager, and I'm Tommy Oliver as announcer. Thanks for watching.
Hey, so why didn't you want me to be here?
I wanted to give you this.
I love it!
You're watching Canton Community Television, the student station.
This program is brought to you by Canton Community Televisions, now from the television studios of Canton High School.
Welcome to the Dog Pound. I'm your host, Nala Catilli. Today on our show, we have Alyssa and Nordgren, who will talk about Canton varsity cheerleading. Welcome to our show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So, Alyssa, explain, how does being a part of the cheerleading team influence your high school experience?
I think being part of the cheerleading team influenced my high school experience a lot just because of the community that it brought me and all the friendships that it brought me, especially because going into my freshman year, I was like pretty shy and really nervous about this whole new school and the whole new community. And I think the upperclassmen on the cheer team really helped me get comfortable and feel welcome in the high school and on the team. And I made a lot of friendships that way, and I continue to make friendships with all of the new grades coming in.
Yeah. Name like a person or a time that provides like an example for that.
Okay, so freshman and sophomore year, I couldn't drive, and my parents were working a lot, so I didn't really have rides anywhere. And a lot of the upperclassmen on the cheer team, like people I can think of off the top of my head, is like Julia Morrissey and Leah Cohen. They gave me a lot of rides to stuff where I needed it. And sophomore year, every single day, Leah Cohen drove me to school, and I was really grateful for her because I got to park in upper as a sophomore, and it was great.
Yeah, that's great. Describe the role teamwork play in the success of your cheerleading squad.
Okay, so teamwork is really important in cheer, and I think everyone could say like stunting is something where you need to have a lot of teamwork, because usually in a stunt group, it's 4 people, and each person is doing something completely different, and they have to be doing their job, and everyone has to work together as a group and find a rhythm with each other to make sure that stunts hit, and they hit like safely, and they just like work. And yeah, you need a lot of teamwork to make that happen, and it's especially important because you're performing as a team and you need every single person on the team, especially for stunting like I talked about. But even with tumbling or like dancing or whatever we do in the routines, if you're not doing your job, then you're going to hurt the rest of the team, and we're not going to get as good of a score as we could have. And I think that's a lot about teamwork and trust in each other and the rest of the team.
Yeah. So if the team is like not doing a very good job with teamwork, like what's one thing you do as like captain to keep the team like in line?
I think something really important to do is like team bonding experiences, and that's with like team dinners and stuff. And then at the end of some practices, we do like team bonding activities. I remember one time we made bracelets at the end of practice, and although we weren't technically like practicing and getting better in that way, doing that kind of activity and team bonding activities really just build trust with each other and make us all comfortable in each other, and it still helps us get better because of that aspect, even when we aren't really practicing.
Yeah, that's great. So tell us about how you feel when you perform in front of a large crowd.
Okay, performing in front of a large crowd is pretty scary, especially when you like know a lot of the people in the crowd. Like that's why sometimes it's kind of weird, but I feel more nervous at football games and basketball games because everyone I look at, it's people that I know, and I don't want to like embarrass myself and mess up or something. And then competition crowds, they're a lot bigger, but it's not as scary for me because I don't really know the people that are watching me except for my parents and my team's parents and like the coaches. But it is pretty scary to have like the other teams competing watch you because you don't want to embarrass yourself in front of them either, because you're competing against them and you want to look good in front of the people that you're competing against.
Yeah, that's great. So like with that being said, would you say that you like a competition crowd more or like a student section?
I think it can kind of go both ways because with like the student sections at football games, a lot of the people there are my friends and like they're like cheering me on, which is nice. But I think I like competition crowds a little bit more because again, it's not as stressful for me because I don't really know everyone there. And even though it can be nervous in front of like the other cheerleaders performing, they're really supportive and they're all sitting there watching you and cheering you on. And it's really nice to know that you're competing against these teams who are also just like wishing the best for you. And I think it's like such a good community to be in and at those competitions and stuff.
Yeah. So describe what types of choreography or stunts you do or enjoy watching the most.
Okay. So, one of my favorite parts of cheer is stunting, and throughout my entire high school like cheerleading career experience, I've done like every single position in a stunt group, and I feel like I have a favorite in each one because it's like super different. When I used to fly, I really liked doing baskets, which is if you guys saw pep rally, like you know that at the beginning there was one basket where the girl did a toe touch, and I used to love flying in those. They're super fun. Those were my favorite as a flyer. And then as a base, I didn't have too much experience as a base. I did it for like maybe a season, I think, a season and a half. Yeah. But I really liked doing libs as like a secondary base, which is when you're on one foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then now I'm a back spot. And at the beginning of the season, we did full ups where the flyer twists up into a lib. And I don't know why, but they were really fun for me as a back spot. And I really liked doing those. We didn't end up getting to compete them, I don't think, but they were still really fun to practice and stuff.
So like now, would you say that you liked being a flyer more or do you like being a base more?
I think I like being like a back spot and a base just because it's not as stressful and it's not as scary. But sometimes I do miss flying a lot. Like I had so much fun flying, but it's like a lot on your like mentally.
Yeah,
so
for sure. Explain the impact that cheerleading has on school events and school games.
I think it has a pretty good impact on games especially, because I think it's really great when like the student section or other people in the crowd are cheering along with us, especially when we do that cheer CHS, like the one we do with palms.
Yeah,
I feel like everyone gets involved in that one and it's super fun.
I agree.
So
yeah. Do you think that cheer has an effect on the performance of the athletes that you're cheering for?
I mean, I'd like to think it does because that's what we're there for and stuff, but yeah, I mean, I think so. Yeah.
That's great. So since you've started cheer, tell us about some of the lessons or things that you have learned.
I think I learned a lot about what it takes to be part of a community and what it takes for people to trust you. And then this year especially, I learned a lot about responsibility because I am one of the captains this year for fall and winter, and I don't think I realized how much responsibility it takes and how like different the environment can be. But yeah, so I learned a lot about responsibility this year, And then in the other 3 years, I just learned a lot about what it takes to be part of a community.
Yeah. So, how would you say you manage time effectively between cheerleading practices and schoolwork?
Okay. So, I have cheer like from 2 hours almost right after school every single day. And then 3 out of like the 5 days a week. And then plus Saturday, I also have dance. And usually I get home from dance at like 9. So that's like cheer. And then right after that, I have dance. And so I get home at 9 and have like a bunch of homework to do, which is pretty stressful. But I think I manage it well. I do most of my homework every night when I have it. And yeah, the only thing that I can really do is just like stay up late and study and do my work and then get like 5 hours of sleep and go to school the next day.
Yeah. Great perseverance, Alyssa.
Thank you.
So tell us, what are some of the most important qualities of a successful cheerleader?
Okay, so I know we already talked about teamwork, but I think that's honestly the biggest thing that you should have, especially in cheerleading. Because like I said before, everything that we do takes teamwork, and you need to be there and you need to show up for it, because like you just need to work together, especially with stunting and especially during comp season when we're in a routine, because if one person isn't doing their best, then it's going to hurt the team. Because it's not like an individual sport where say like me or Nala could do something and be like the best that we're doing, and then the rest of the team isn't putting in as much effort. It's going to hurt the team, because everything that we do involves teamwork in cheerleading, and you need to be like together and trust each other.
Yeah, for sure. Describe some of the most memorable moments you've had with your cheerleading team.
Okay, so I know I talked about like team bonding experiences, but I think those are the most fun and most memorable, because are what has brought me all the friendships that I've had. And like team dinners we have usually every Thursday after practice before like the football games. And because of dance, I can't really go to every single one, but I try to make them to everyone. And every time I go, they're super fun. And I love hanging out with our team and just talking about cheer and everything. And then also before competitions, on like Sundays, usually, sometimes Saturdays, we do like someone on the team will host a breakfast, and we'll all get ready together and eat food before we go. And it's really fun. I know I've hosted a few of them, and my mom loves to like give everyone food and go all out with breakfast and stuff, and it's super fun.
Yeah,
so.
That's great. So explain some of the biggest challenges you face as a cheerleader, and tell us how you overcome them.
Okay, so I think everyone on the team could agree that stunting is probably the biggest challenge that we face as a team collectively. And I think the most important thing to do to overcome that is to just keep working at it and really stay in a positive mindset. And then if I'm just looking at like myself specifically, I think one of the biggest challenges that I go through is tumbling, because I get a lot of like mental blocks with my tumbling and stuff, and I get really worked up, especially before competitions, if I'm going to be able to do it or not. But yeah, like it's really hard to get tumbling when you're a little bit older, because I got mine, I think freshman or sophomore year is when I started tumbling and routines and stuff, and it's just really hard. It's like hard to get over the mental blocks that brings, and just like throw your skills. And I think that's one of my biggest challenges specifically.
Yeah. So what responsibilities are most important as a captain this year?
Okay, so I think the biggest thing is just to keep everyone in a positive mindset, because a lot of the times before we go to competitions, we practice in the gym or the Rodman before, and I think there's a lot of instances where we try to hit skills and it just doesn't work out how it's supposed to or how we want it to, and everyone really gets in their head about it, and we're scared if that's going to happen at competition or if we're going to pull it together. And I think the biggest thing for that is to just tell people not to stress too much, because at the end of the day, if you're trying your best, no one's going to be mad at you. And if you're trying your best, it's going to be okay. And if you're having fun, it's going to be okay. And I think it's really important to just stay in a positive mindset, because staying in a positive mindset is going to help you more than being like, I'm not going to be able to do this, or I can't do it, because then you're going to fall in your stunts or not do your tumbling. So it's really important to just be like, I can do this. I know I can. I've done it before.
Yeah. So, what advice would you give to someone who is thinking about joining the cheerleading team?
Okay. So when a lot of people come into cheerleading, I think that they don't really think it's like something serious or something they really need to work towards, which can be true if you're just looking to join game day. But for competitions, it actually is very serious, and you need to work as hard as you can to do good, because it's something that we all want to do good for. And for like me, it's a pretty serious thing, because now it's my senior year and I want to make it farther than we have before. And yeah, and you don't have to compete. So if people are looking for something that's not as serious, then you can do that and you don't have to compete. But if you do want something serious and something that you really need to take time for and take responsibility for, then trying out for the competition team is something that you can do. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Alyssa, for joining us today on the show. I wish you and the cheerleaders good luck on the upcoming season. And for Canton Vision, I'm Nala Katilli. Thank you so much for watching.
Our Period D crew today is Dan Albert, Marcos Barboza, Tom Cardy, Dan Ferrara, John Flood, Connor Gagan, Asher Hung, M. O'Hare, Tommy Rose, Mike Sullivan, Devin Townsend, Nick Toronto, Leo Villafane, Adrian Welch, and I'm Nolan Gillis. Thanks for watching.
You're watching the Student Station on Canton Community Television.